Hello everyone, my name is Keith Alexander Bailey. In the last 4 years I've been using the Maven Filters. So disclaimer, Maven Filters did send me filters to try and play and better my photography. But let's talk about the build quality and the coding. Because lately I've been reading and I've been watching videos on about Maven Filters and watching comparison videos about the Maven Filters, and in some of these videos I have to disagree. But take it with a grain of salt. So as you can see, one of those videos is saying that the colors are not neutral on Maven Filters, which you can see in real time after using this particular CPL for the last 4 years with the coding. You can see that it is neutral. You can look through that lens and see that everything that I'm sharing with you, about this filter is amazing. Now, after almost 4 years, you can see there's some cosmetic and some physical damage to the CPL. I have dropped it many times on the concrete floors and the glass did not shatter. In the past, I had filters that would shatter when I drop them on concrete. Some of them may not do it on the first go, but let's be honest here. I'm being very honest. Even on some of my live streams, if you catch me, I even dropped this CPL by accident several times on live stream by accident. So ladies and gentlemen, you may be asking, why are you using a CPL on a live stream? In some of my live streams, I like to manually control my live streams in the exposure and ISO. This is why the Primus Studios Live app gives my flexibility. Even though now I can't shoot 1080-60 anymore because they limit that function because my iPhone has shown its age. I was able to use 1080-60, but not anymore. But about the filters. Some people say that the color neutral it's not neutral, and as you can see, it is. Look to my left, look to my right. Now look through the image, look through the filter. What do you see? You see a perfect neutral filter. There's no huge yellow hue. Maybe some people are just nitpicking because maybe they do have a favorite brand of filters they like and they prefer better. But I prefer the Maven Filters after 4 years using the filters. Now, keep this in mind. Disclaimer, once again. Michael asked me if I wanted to try out the CPL 3-stop, 6-stop, and 10-stop with the splash filter. And I said yes. And I thought nothing of it. Because I have filters in the past, like I said before, that they work for what you need your work to. You need your filters to complete your work, and they worked. But these filters blew my mind. But when I started reading and started watching content about the coding wears off after a year or so, or some people think it may wear off in a year or so based on how much you wipe it down with the cloth and using lens cleaners. That might be true, but I've been using lens cleaners for a while now with my Maven filters. A certain brand though, right? Either the Zeiss or I go to a Target and I get the lens cleaner from there. And I've been using only certain, microfiber cloths do matter, but it would do. But it's all about the spray. You spray one time, lightly distance away to get a mist, then you can wipe it down. I don't have a problem with the coating whatsoever with this filter. I do not have a problem with this coating. So if anyone has doubts about the coating, I've been using it for 4 years. Yes, I do have some imperfections and scratches because I physically dropped this filter. And I want to show you in real time that you can see there's some scratches, even some circular scratches, but it doesn't show on the video. As you can see, it doesn't show. So there's no problem with these filters. The problem is people are criticizing if these are top tier 1 or are these filters any good enough. And I know there are big brands out there that already been established and you want to trust the Maven Filters. And there is a video about is the Maven Filters better than the McKinnon filters. And I'm not going to go into that topic. I just like Maven Filters better because Maven Filters gave me an opportunity to feature their products on my channel, but also to use their products for my everyday photography and videography work. So, and these filters are magnetic, yes, simple, but the build quality is incredible. If you look closely, those are called my nulls. Those little indents, you can see the cosmetic damage. Look at that. That's a lot of drop-in. And mind you, it didn't even break the glass. Like I said, I have filters in the past. When I drop them on the ground, sometimes they crack. Sometimes the ring that holds the glass would get unloose and starts moving the glass up and down. So you need to pay attention to those thread-on filters. So, but with the Maven filters, you don't have to worry about any secret ring holding the glass in place. What's holding the glass in place is the frame itself, which is the Maven filter frame. And these frames are incredible. Yes. So, if anybody got any doubts about the Maven filters, please leave a comment down below. If you have a pair, let me know what do you think about the build quality and the coating. Because honestly, the coating to me after 4 years, still there, still don't have a problem with the coating. I've been using lens sprays to wipe down any fingerprints or smudges, and yeah, I never ran into that issue. But when it comes down to the build quality, the structure, dropping this over 50 times to 100 times, I think this is a certified pass for that reason. And I even have that happening on some of my live streams using this filter. When I'm using this filter on a live stream, you see me drop it several times and still no crack, but some cosmetic damage to the frame, yes. So Maven Filters is built to last, if anyone has any doubts about it. So I'm Panda. Subscribe, like, and share. If you guys have your own opinions about the Maven Filters and you think the Maven Filters is good enough, mind you, it's a magnetic system, and mind you, keep this in mind, this is what, wave 3 right now. Wave 4 should be coming out soon with some new features, new products. So let's see what Maven Filters have in store for wave 4. But other than that, eat, sleep, photography, videography, and repeat, everyone. And this has been my Maven Filter experience with the coating and the build quality for 4 years. Give it a 10 out of 10. See ya.